So what is up guys, welcome back, and today I'm going to be doing a full complete breakdown of the Humane Labs raid heist that of course is going to be coming within the heist update. So this is going to include everything from all of the heist setup mission details, the payouts, the vehicles we're going to be using, the locations that we have to go to, the weapons, and pretty much everything that you need to know so far about the Humane Labs raid to keep you guys updated and kind of be ready for the heist update, or this specific heist mission at least, for when the heist update does eventually drop. So if you guys do find this video helpful today, be sure to let me know by leaving a like down below guys. Your support is always greatly appreciated on the channel, and let's jump straight into this. So we're going to start this off with the ultimate goal of the Humane Labs raid itself. Like, what are we going to have to do, and what is the end goal for this? And pretty much the end goal for it is to break into the Humane Labs, retrieve the data, or pretty much steal some data from them, then break out without getting killed, and of course bring that data back to the location. Now of course it's going to be a lot harder than it actually sounds. In fact, there is 4 heist setup missions that you guys have to do to get certain things into place before you can actually complete the raid itself. Now I'm going to go into each of the details for each of these specific heist setup missions here shortly, but before I do, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the payouts that you will receive for completing this Humane Labs raid. Now I'm not entirely sure if these are kind of set to certain conditions, so like this may be on normal difficulty and you may get, you know, less money for doing it on hard, and maybe if you're on hard you get more money, but it seems as though these payouts are kind of low. Like, I was expecting these to be a bit higher, but don't be disheartened by this. You got to remember as well, you do have those heist rewards, and of course once again we don't know if these are set conditions that you can change to make the reward even higher. So the final take for the Humane Labs raid, from what we know so far from the images, we have $540,000 in total. Now bearing in mind this is split between 4 people. Now the heist leader himself has to pay a setup cost of $54,000, so try and get some money before you actually go into the heist, because the heist leader is going to have to pay upfront costs of course to do this. And then of course alongside those upfront costs we have, you know, the actual split between 4 players, which the heist leader actually splits himself. So in this, you know, kind of situation, the heist leader has split himself at 55%, which is a lot of money to go to one person, which is $297,000. Then we have 15% for each of the other characters, which is $81,000, which once again is a little low in my opinion, but hopefully you know, these are set conditions which you can change to make them even higher. So that is the payouts for the heist mission so far that we know, and moving into the setup missions and how this is actually going to be completed. So of course once again we have 4 heist setup missions in total, and they're pretty much as follows. The first step is to obtain the key codes, a pretty dubious task that you would think at first glance is going to be pretty easy, but the description for this reads: meet a contact in downtown to receive the Humane Labs key codes, set up lookouts and security at the meet in case of interruption. And as it turns out, you do in fact get interrupted at this meetup by a hell of a lot of FIB agents who swarm all 4 exits at the meet, so you do have to be prepared for that and kind of try and break away from the FIB agents. But anyway, once you have obtained the key codes, the next setup mission is to obtain 2 insurgent vehicles, which are the brand new Merryweather heavily armored vehicles. And the description for this once again reads: take 2 insurgent LAPVs from a Merryweather test site at the David Quartz Quarry for use in the raid on the Humane Labs. So of course, first setup mission, obtain the key codes. Second one, obtain 2 heavy insurgents. The third one now is very interesting: the electromagnetic pulse device. Get a hold of an EMP device to shut down the power at Humane Labs. It's currently installed in a Hydra jump jet. Now here's where the interesting part comes into play. The Hydra jump jet is located on the aircraft carrier, an infamous new location of course coming within the heist update that everybody is kind of hyped about, and this is what you're going to have to go to in order to obtain the Hydra jump jet. Of course you're going to have to go there on boats, which we do have some gameplay snippets of, which we'll play to you guys throughout the video. You'd have to go there on boats, go, you know, in through the interior onto the top deck to obtain the Hydra, then get out of there, because the EMP is in fact installed inside of the Hydra. So that sounds pretty damn interesting, and it definitely is going to be awesome. For the next and pretty much the final part of the you know, the heist setup missions, which is the Valkyrie Helicopter. Acquire a Valkyrie Helicopter gunship for the raid on the Humane Labs. Merryweather Security are storing it at their base in the Los Santos Naval Port. Yet another location that we're going to have to go to within this heist mission. Of course, as you all know, the Valkyrie Helicopter is that heli with the I believe the miniguns on the side that players can actually go ahead and operate. And for the final part, of course, which is pretty much to get the EMP device into the Humane Lab so it can be triggered during the raid, and it will have to to be fitted into the stolen Insurgent LAPV, which once again is that heavily armored Merryweather vehicle, and you have to store the Insurgent in the lab without drawing attention, which once again does sound pretty awesome. So that is pretty much all the setup missions that you guys are going to have to do to actually go ahead and do the, of course, the Humane Labs raid, and from there you will actually go in there, steal the information, and get out without dying, and you will have completed the heist mission. So that is some pretty damn awesome information. Now, of course, the different locations that we do have to go to is the David Quartz Quarry, of course, the aircraft carrier, the Merryweather base at the naval port, and then of course for the final one, the Humane Labs itself. And as for the vehicles we're going to be using, we have the Hydra, the 2 LAPV Insurgent vehicles, we also have the Valkyrie Helicopter, and various other vehicles that we can choose ourselves, which I'm pretty sure are going to be armored vehicles for our own choosing throughout the heist itself. So that pretty much wraps it up for the main bulk of information about this heist itself. I'm also going to go ahead and quickly play you guys now the few gameplay snippets that we have throughout this heist, including some Hydra gameplay. You guys have probably already seen these, but considering I am doing everything that you need to know type of video, I thought I'd go ahead and add these in, and I'd pretty much wrap it up at that. So here are the 2 gameplay snippets that you guys can watch right now.
2 teams. Ground crew is going to jump into the labs, make their way toward the information we're after, coordinate an evac. Chopper crew deals with incoming security teams. Are we clear? We are going to borrow something off the Navy. They're not going to mind. Moving on to phase 2. Please use caution.
So as you can see there, they are the gameplay snippets. I did actually upload these as individual kind of teaser trailers earlier on through the week, and these are absolutely awesome. Definitely gives us a little insight to a bit of the gameplay that we are going to be kind of doing throughout the heist itself. So pretty awesome there, guys. Of course, this pretty much wraps it up for today's video. If you guys did enjoy this kind of everything you need to know video, be sure to let me know by leaving a like down below. Your support is definitely greatly appreciated on the channel, and it definitely shows me that you guys are supporting these type of videos. Anyway, with that being said, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will catch you all later with a brand new video.